In the day's other news, a bipartisan U.S. Senate report reaffirms that Russia did interfere in the 2016 U.S. election and will try it again this year. It's the latest in a series of reports by the Senate Intelligence Committee. It backs up the intelligence community's work, and it dismisses President Trump's claims that the findings were a hoax. In the 2020 presidential campaign, Democrat Joe Biden's team has reported its best fundraising month yet. The former vice president's operation says that it took in more than $46 million during March. Most of that take came early in the month, before the coronavirus disrupted the economy. President Trump still has, though, a big advantage in fundraising, with more than $240 million stockpiled. South Korea and China cast doubt today on reports that North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, is gravely ill. The report said that Kim had undergone surgery recently. The South Korean president's office said there is no sign of anything unusual. However, a leading South Korean lawmaker said it's not clear what's happening.
Someone told me Kim Jong-un had a surgery for cardiovascular problems. Another person told me he got an ankle surgery. And another told me that he is infected with the coronavirus. Looking at various circumstances, I believe that there are some unusual signs regarding Kim's health.
The report surfaced a week after Kim missed a key state ceremony and after his sister received a surprise high-level promotion. In Chile, anti-government protests have reignited despite a ban on large gatherings during the pandemic. At least 14 people were arrested late Monday as small groups demonstrated in Santiago. The protest came in defiance of a curfew. Near-daily protests broke out last October over economic inequality. Back in this country, Oklahoma will not be allowed to enforce a ban on abortions during the pandemic, at least for now. A federal judge issued a preliminary injunction last night. The state had sought to include abortions with other elective procedures that are temporarily postponed. And the Scripps National Spelling Bee is being canceled for the first time since World War II. Organizers said today there is no safe way to hold the event during the pandemic. The competition had been scheduled for early June outside of Washington, D.C. Still to come on the NewsHour, COVID-19 and kidney disease, a deadly complication of the virus. To Uganda, where health officials are putting their knowledge of previous outbreaks to work. The hunt for a vaccine, medical scientists race to find a cure for coronavirus. Plus, scenes of silence. The pandemic brings cities worldwide to a standstill.
This is the PBS NewsHour from WETA Studios in Washington and in the West from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State University.